Yes, class. Am I audible to both of you, Khadija and Mariam?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In the last class, we had started with parallelogram law, but we couldn't come to its derivation. So let me tell you what's the law first. See, when you see two vectors are co-initial, first condition is that the vectors have to be co-initial. That is, both are having a common starting point, right? And if they are co-initial, they should represent the adjacent sides of a parallelogram. What did we study? What did we discuss yesterday? These are the adjacent sides, just the side next to each other. These are the adjacent sides. These are the adjacent sides. So if two vectors represent the adjacent sides of a parallelogram, see what would be the complete parallelogram. So their resultant is given by the diagonal of parallelogram. This is what is the parallelogram law. Find two vectors which are representing the adjacent sides of a parallelogram, subtending angle theta between them. A and B both have angle theta between them. Fine. A vector is there, B vector is there, and they are making angle theta among them. So there, if we complete the parallelogram, their resultant is given like this. So even if you do not complete the parallelogram, you will see A vector, B vector with resultant intersecting like this. Now, how do we finally write the formula? See, this is how you have to identify when you have to use parallelogram. Yes. Now you have to write down its formula. Firstly, let me tell you the theory part. If two vectors acting at a point are represented in magnitude and direction by the sides of parallelogram drawn from the same origin, then their resultant can be represented by diagonal of the same parallelogram. Clear? This is what exactly I've told you. Two vectors acting at a point means they are co-initial, they're having their own magnitudes, direction, and they are representing the sides of parallelogram, right? Now, their resultant is given by the diagonal of that parallelogram. Now, there are three steps which we have to follow. First is the geometrical construction, second is the magnitude, third is direction. So this derivation comes, triangle law, polygon law, the derivation usually does not come. But for your parallelogram law, you can have the derivation. So mark this as important, this derivation can be asked. Now see again what we'll do, we'll complete the parallelogram first. Right? Let's say this is O, this is P, this is Q, this is T. I've named the parallelogram as OQPT, and this is the resultant. Yes, the angle that both of these will make, this is always taken as theta. All right, why? I'll tell you why am I focusing so much on this theta. Now see, for the derivation purpose, just for the derivation purpose, what we'll do, we'll extend this and we'll do some construction. All right, this is Q, this is an let me rename this as S. All right, so this, if this angle is theta, see class, what did we discuss yesterday? That the sides are parallel. This side is parallel to this side. So if this is theta, this will also be theta because of corresponding angles. So if this is theta, this will also be theta. Now understand certain portions. See, OT. OT is what? OT is the vector B. Yes. Now coming to OQ. OQ is what? OQ is the vector A. Fine. Now see, QS will be what? QS is exactly parallel to OT. So QS will also going to be vector B only. And TS This ST is also going to be vector A only because they are parallel. This is what we have studied. This side and this side is parallel. This side and these two sides are parallel. This is what we have studied. Yes, and theta is what? Theta is the angle between the vectors. Now, class, when we talk about this bigger triangle, OSN, this entire triangle when we talk about. So how can I find the value of this hypotenuse? Let me show you this triangle separately. This is the triangle. Yes, this is the hypotenuse OS, the resultant, remember? This is the vector A till OQ is vector A. QN, this is the construction we did, 90-degree perpendicular we made. This is theta, which was the angle, right? Now see, then I have to find out OS. OS is what? OS will be equal to ON square plus SN square. OS square plus SN square. This is how we write using Pythagoras theorem. We are using Pythagoras theorem. Now, how can ON be written? ON is made up of OQ plus QN. Yes. So you can further write this as OQ plus QN whole square. This is equal to SN whole square. All right. This is what we have. Now we have to substitute the values. We have no idea regarding this QN, SN. So let's do one thing. Let's just take this portion of triangle, QSN. Just this portion. Find triangle QSN. Let me draw this also separately. Yes, this is written over here. Now, in this triangle QNS, when I talk about cos theta is what? Perpendicular upon base. So what's the perpendicular? Perpendicular is base. First we write base. No, we are talking about cos theta. So that becomes base upon hypotenuse. Base is what? Base is QN. What is the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is QS. This is what we have, right? So what will QN be? QN will be equal to QS cos theta. Now you have one value of it, right? Okay, within the same triangle only. In triangle QNS, the same triangle. If I talk about sine theta, this will be perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. That is NS divided by QS. So what sine theta will be equal to? Sine theta will be equal to, no, not sine theta. Sine theta we already have. NS. NS will be equal to QS sine theta. Fine. See, what was our main equation? This was our main equation. We didn't know QN. We didn't know SN. We only knew OQ. That was A vector. We had no idea about QN. We had no idea about SN. Right? Because they represented nothing. QN represented nothing. SN represented nothing. So we finally bought QN in such a term which we are aware of. We know what is QS. QS is the vector B. Yes? Now let us substitute all the values. Put 2, 3 in 1. So what the resultant will be? C. The resultant is this, no? OS. OS is what? OS is actually the resultant, right? So what we are finding out, see here, OS is actually the resultant. So that's what I have written as the resultant. Now OQ, what is OQ? Look, OQ is the vector A. OQ is the vector A. So I'll write this as A plus. What it's written? QN, OQ plus QN. What is QN? QN, we didn't know it, so we had calculated this is QS cos theta. QS cos theta means what? QS is B. Let me write this as vector B. QS is what? QS is vector B. So this becomes A plus B cos theta whole square plus ns square, that is b sine theta whole square. Yes. Now what we have? We have a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square identity. Remember a plus b whole square, you must have done it. A square plus b square plus 2ab, the same identity, right? Now let us expand this. So what the resultant will be? This becomes a square plus b square cos square theta plus 2ab cos theta plus b sine b square sine square theta. This is what we'll have on expansion. A plus b whole square identity, I hope you all are relating this with. And this is just square of it. Now look class. B square cos theta, B square sine theta. Can we take two things common from this? At least one thing we can take common is that B square. B square is common over here. So what the resultant will now be? See, A square was already there. Among this, we have taken B square common. So what is left? Cos square theta plus sine square theta plus 2ab cos theta. This is left, right? Now class, can any one of you tell me what is cos square theta plus sine square theta? Anyone?
1.
1. Very good, Mari. This is equal to 1. It means if this is equal to 1, then this becomes 1. So what are we ultimately left with? We have got our answer. This is exactly the formula which we were searching. Resultant's magnitude. This is just the magnitude, not the direction class. Magnitude, this is given by under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Magnitude of a square plus magnitude of b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is our value of resultants. This is how you will calculate the magnitude. Clear class? This till this, is it clear to all of you? Then I'll tell you one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Okay, good. Now see. This first step we did, we construct the geometrical construction means completing the parallelogram. So yes, we did it in the first step only. Second step, magnitude of resultant we have obtained. Third last step that is left is direction. How do we get the direction? With vector A and resultant, take an angle beta. Fine. Now in this triangle, in this OSN, in this bigger triangle, what your tan theta is equal to? It will be equal to SN divided by ON, right? See, let me write this. In your triangle, tan beta will be equal to SN divided by ON. Now, ON is again made up of two things. ON, this is made up of OQ plus QN. Now we already know what are the meanings of each quantity. Yes, C class. What was SN? SN. This we have calculated. SN is equal to NS or SN. This is equal to B sine theta. So what do we have? We have B sine theta. OQ. This was vector A. OQ is vector A. So this becomes A plus QN. QN also we didn't know, but we obtained it. See, QN is B cos theta. NS was B sine theta. So QN is B cos theta. This is B cos theta. This is b cos theta. Now, how will you decide whether to write b, which vector will be b, which vector will be a? If I am giving you two vectors, this is F is equal to 1 Newton, F is equal to 2 Newton, suppose. Resultant you have obtained, you are finding the magnitude or direction, sorry, magnitude you have obtained. Now, what will you do? How will you choose A and B? If you are making this as beta, then this becomes A and this becomes B. Fine. Angle with the resultant, this vector will become A. Suppose if you are choosing the opposite, this is F is equal to 2 Newton, we have obtained the resultant. Suppose this is beta. So this will become A and this will become B. This you have to remember. Then only you will be able to substitute in it. So for direction derivation, do it. Derivation, remember it. These are very important. This is your one vector. This is your first vector. This is second vector. And this is angle between the vectors. This is magnitude of resultant. Fine, this you will be using in the calculations. But when and you will be using this and this will combine your answer. But for the derivation, you have to do the entire. All right. Make a heading as parallelogram law. And start writing from. Wherever you get stuck, let me know. Please clarify this. Then I'll discuss. Now we'll then practice questions based on this. All of you have completed till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, class. So see, this is the conclusion. Resultant is under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Tan beta is given by b sine theta divided by a plus b cos theta. Now, how do we write beta? It is known as inverse trigonometric function. Like if you have sine theta as half, so you already know the value of half, so you will put theta as 30 degree. That's different. But if suppose you are not aware of, so you will put this as sine inverse half. Then further you can mention this as 30 degree. Or suppose this is given, so you can mention this as tan this you can mention it as tan inverse 1 by root 3. This also theta will be equal to tan inverse 1. Here theta will be equal to tan inverse 3. This is how you will be writing all the answers. All right. Okay, one question. Two forces, 2 Newton and 1 Newton are acting at a point as it is chosen as shown in the figure. You have to calculate the net force. So this is one vector, this is one vector. So what is the first step? Geometrical construction. That is, we will get our resultant here. This will be the resultant. It will be piercing through the diagonal. Yes. So regarding the net force, first let us find out the magnitude. Resultant is under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Let's say this is our vector A, this is our vector B. So when we are talking about A and B, we'll be writing f1 square plus f2 square plus 2f1 f2 cos theta. Now let us substitute the values. So resultant will be equal to 2 square. This is 1 square plus 2 into 1. And what is cos theta? Theta is 60 degree. So if this 2 square becomes 4, 1 square becomes 1, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into half, that also becomes 2. So this becomes 4 plus 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 7, root 7. So what is the magnitude? This is just the magnitude of the force. Now coming to resultant, what did I tell you? We have to draw the beta along with A. If I have chosen this as A, beta will be this only. Now what's the formula for beta? Tan beta is equal to B sine theta divided by A plus B cos theta. What is B? B is 1. Sine theta is sine 60 degree. A is 2 plus B is again 1 into cos 60 degree. So tan beta is equal to root 3 by 2. This is 2 plus 1. That is, see, this is root 3 by 2 plus 2 plus half. So this becomes root 3 by 2. Clear class? This is sine 60 degrees. So root 3 by 2. This was 2. So 2 cos 60 degree half. Now when we'll resolve this, see, 2 will get cancelled and this will become 4. It's like root 3 by 2 divided by 2 plus half. What is 2 plus half? When you take for 2 plus half, when you take the LCM, it becomes 2. So you multiply 2 over here, that becomes 4 plus 1, that is 5 by 2. So this becomes root 3 by 2 and this is 5 by 2. So this gets cancelled. Now look here. Your tan beta is coming root 3 by 5. So what will be beta? Beta will be tan inverse root 3 by 5. So what is your complete answer now? Yes, what is your complete answer now? Net force is root 7 Newton with beta equal to tan inverse root 3 over 5. This is your final answer. This is how you have to complete it in your exams. We'll practice the next question also, but before that, note it down. This you already have written just now, so start from here. See class, the next question. Two forces are given. One is given along east, that is 3 Newton. Second is given 5 Newton along north. You have to find out the resultant. See, resultant will be equal to what? This is a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now class, can any one of you tell me what is the value of theta that we'll take?
90 degree.
90 degree. Very good, Shaista. So if we write this r as under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 90 degree, this term will become 0. So we are just left with r is equal to under root a square plus b square. So this is equal to 5 square plus 3 square. This is forming a Pythagorean triplet. No, this is 9 plus 25. So that is under root 34 Newton. Now this does not complete our answer. We'll have to take this as the resultant. So this becomes beta. If this is beta, then tan beta, this would be equal to b sine theta divided by a plus b cos theta. So what is b? B is 5 sine 90 degree divided by a is 3 plus b is 5 into cos 90 degree. So this becomes 0, this becomes 1. We are just left with 5 by 3. So how do we write beta? Beta is equal to tan inverse 5 by 3. So how will you write the final answer? Net force is root 34 Newton with beta is equal to tan inverse 5 by 3. This is how we solve vectors whenever you have vectors. Now see few cases, very basic cases that I want to discuss. See if two vectors are parallel to each other, that is making an angle 0 degree. So you know cos 0 degree is 1. So what the resultant will be equal to? This will be equal to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab. That's it. Which identity is being formed? A square plus b square plus 2ab. This is equal to a plus b whole square. So see, this is equal to a plus b whole square. And the root is there. So root will cancel the square. See, when we write root, root means half. So half with this 2, they'll get cancelled. So we are just left with a plus b. See, this is the reason why whenever two vectors, velocity, forces were acting like this, we used to add them because the angle between them used to become 0 degree. But when they are anti-parallel, cos 180 will be put, that becomes minus 2ab. So this identity now becomes a minus b whole square under root. That is equal to a minus b. That's why whenever two vectors were in opposite direction, we always subtracted them. This is the reason. And if they are perpendicular directly, this will be under root a square plus b square. The similar question which we have done. Note down this part with this question. All those who will complete till here, you people can start leaving one by one. Tomorrow we'll continue from here. 1 or 2 questions are left from this topic. Then we'll start with the resolution of vectors.